If you thought the iOS versus One UI rivalry was slowing down, think again. iOS 26 dropped with its glossy new effects, and before anyone could even finish talking about it, Samsung's One UI 8.5 leaks exploded online. Suddenly, everything feels sharper, faster, and way more competitive. Boom, this is the comparison that exposes where both platforms are really heading. Welcome back, viewers. James here. Like, share, and subscribe for more. The moment you place iOS 26 and One UI 8.5 side by side, you can instantly tell both companies are pushing harder than ever. Apple went heavy on liquid visuals and fluid transitions, but Samsung seems determined to add its own flavor without losing identity. In the quick panel, Samsung now lets you freely move, resize, and remove toggles, something that feels way more flexible compared to Apple's strict control center layout. Apple still wins in third-party controls, but Samsung's expandable panel gives you cleaner organization at a glance. Where things get interesting is the design shift. Animations on One UI 8.5 feel dramatically smoother, almost as if Samsung rewired the entire motion engine. Icons now carry deeper shadows, more depth, and richer contrast. Some leaks even show traces of a liquid-style shine, hinting at Samsung experimenting with a glossier look. But it's not a copy. Frosted blur still dominates the UI, keeping that signature Samsung vibe intact. Inside apps, the changes keep stacking. Samsung quietly moved the settings search bar to the bottom, making it easier to reach and visually cleaner. Pop-up notifications now open with a more cinematic animation instead of the old fade. Even the lock screen shortcuts seem to be shifting toward a smoother, layered aesthetic. These early builds feel like Samsung is rewriting the rules while still keeping familiar comfort zones. Then there's the phone app update. This might be one of the biggest visual jumps Samsung has made in years. The color screen now rests on a multi-layer blur that looks modern and almost futuristic. Buttons stand out with sharper outlines, backgrounds blend more naturally, and everything feels more premium than the previous versions. It's the kind of redesign that instantly makes the UI feel refreshed. But the real twist? Priority notifications in One UI 8.5 now glow gently inside the panel, almost like they're pulsing from beneath the interface. Combine that with the leaked brightness and volume sliders that appear to float off the background, and you start seeing Samsung's bigger plan depth, dimension, and more visual personality than before. Now let's talk about icons again, because this is where the hype is strongest. Leaks show two different concepts, one set with frosted layers and one with full liquid glass depth. If Samsung chooses the right mix, this could be the most striking icon update One UI has ever seen. But if they go to glossy, they'll risk getting compared too closely to iOS. That's the tension that keeps these leaks exciting. Nobody knows what Samsung will lock in for the final build. And here's a fun surprise for One UI 8 users right now. The Zomato Live order bar is now appearing directly on the lock screen. It's a tiny detail, but it hints at Samsung pushing more real-time widgets into daily use. Something users have been wanting for a long time. These builds are still early, and we know Samsung always fine-tunes the visuals right before release. So expect more leaks, more renders, and more surprises in the coming weeks. And don't worry, I'll break everything down the moment it drops. Hit the bell icon so you never miss the next update. If you enjoyed this comparison, smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care!